Good afternoon and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys, I am tripping over like the 12 pairs of shoes that are on my floor in my room right now. I had to move them all around today because, guys, the air conditioner is finally in our bedroom windows. Mine and my parents' bedrooms got theirs today, and the one in the living room got put in yesterday. So luckily, the ones in the bedroom are way harder to put in, I kind of think. And the only problem with the one in the kitchen or the living room was that we had to figure out, because we got those new chairs and we haven't had them since the recliners, we haven't had like the air conditioner in since we got those, so we didn't really know where to put it. But we situated it actually in a better place this year than it was last year, which is actually awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed in just a couple of minutes. Honestly, guys, we went out for breakfast this morning. We went to IHOP. I was up like 9:30 or something like that. We ended up going, I think, like about 10 o'clock. I ended up having like 1 cup of coffee, and you guys, their coffee cups are like that big. Like literally it can hold like maybe about 1 literal cup of like coffee. It's like there's like nothing there, and I didn't think, because it takes me a really long time to finish my coffee. Normally I wind up in like using the Keurig, so it tells me like how many ounces or whatever I want to use, and so I think I normally will do anywhere from like 10 ounces to sometimes like 14. Sometimes sometimes I've done 18, but a lot of times when I do that, I'll carry it over and do it in 2 days or something like that, or even 20, because my really big like tumbler fits like 20 ounces, and so I'll do that. But sometimes when I make iced coffee, because it's like there's so much extra like creamer and ice and stuff like that in there, sometimes I'll carry it over into 2 days, honestly, and I won't even finish the full thing. But I'm still not used to having like that small of a little thing of coffee, so by this afternoon I was like falling asleep, I think, and I feel like it maybe have more to do with that coffee. And like that's the thing too, is that I'll normally drink my coffee kind of throughout the day, and so like I might have like some of it or finish it like through most of the morning, but like I don't finish it all in one sitting like I did today. And so I was done with my coffee by like 11 o'clock or something like that, like when we left the the restaurant. And so normally though I won't finish my coffee until like sometimes 1, 2 o'clock or something like that, depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes I can finish it really quickly if I haven't made that much, but when it's iced coffee and there's a lot of it, like I said, it sometimes takes me way longer, and I just like to enjoy every little bit of coffee. So but in that case, like if it takes me like until 2 or something like that, even, I'll wind up like I might be up doing stuff and whatever and just kind of finish it throughout the day or whatever. But normally it's like by 3 o'clock I need to make sure it's done, otherwise I won't sleep at night. But like I said, if it's just kind of a like throughout the day sort of thing, it's okay. But yeah, so I feel like I got home, and on top of that too, guys, I was out running errands like for a long time today. I went first to Walmart, then when we got back from IHOP, and then ended up going to Menards with my dad and did a couple of deals, and then ended up going to Aldi with my mom, and then we were out there. And the thing is too, guys, the heat I feel like just took so much out of me, because it was like 90 something degrees out today. We didn't do any work outside, and honestly I don't know we're gonna do any tomorrow either, and we didn't yesterday. But yeah, it's like been 90s the last 2 days, and tomorrow's supposed to be 88, so it's almost supposed to be 90. And then after that, during the week, it's kind of supposed to cool down. I think Wednesday it's supposed to rain though, so it's like gonna be like, I think Tuesday I'll probably still be able to get some work done outside, and then after that it's supposed to kind of like be a little bit rainy and stuff like that. But it's supposed to cool down to be like 80s or so, which would be a lot nicer than the 90 degrees it is right now, because it's like so hot. Honestly too, one of our cars does not have any air conditioning in it. It needs to be like whatever redone or whatnot, or like repumped or whatever they do with the air conditioners, and it's like dead. There's like, it's so hot in there right now. So we drove with the windows down, and honestly guys, I got out of the car at Aldi and my back was soaking wet, like it was just drenched from sweat. I was like, this is so disgusting. And then we ended up getting out, going into Aldi. By the time I was done in the store, my shirt was finally dry, and we went back out to the out to the car. I was like, it was so hot out today, guys, honestly. And like that's the thing, is that I don't mind if I'm sweating if I'm actually working, but when I am just sitting in a car, that is like the worst kind of like sweating. That's just is gross. You don't want to just be like hot sitting there. That's like, it's so uncomfortable. But like if I know that like I'm gonna work up the sweat or whatever, like I'm gonna be outside working in the garden or something like that, then I can prepare myself, you know. But just sitting there, it's like I'm not prepared for this. It should not be this hot. And so yeah, it was pretty nasty. Yeah, but then I got all that stuff done, got home, put all the groceries away. Then I kind of just chilled out for like the last like hour or so, and then after that was the Cubs game. So then I watched the Cubs game, which was on at like 7 o'clock. So yeah guys, I am so beat today. And like I said, I think it's a combination of the heat, not having enough coffee. Wasn't up super early, but I did go to bed kind of early last night, so I don't really know why I'm like was so tired today. Like I said, I feel like it was more the coffee than anything. I got a good amount of sleep, but yeah, it was just, today was like all over the place. So it's still kind of early and I'm gonna take a shower and head to bed. But yeah guys, it's just like tomorrow I'm like trying to figure out what I could do inside as far as like cleaning or getting some stuff done. Honestly, I need to get caught up with laundry, maybe dishes too. But it's like we're so close to being done with at least the front yard, you know, flower beds and stuff like that, that I'm like, I just want to get it done. But honestly, it's like not really great to be outside when it's like 95 degrees out. And so yeah, it's ridiculous. But like I said, it's supposed to cool down, and I think it's supposed to be like 85 or like 80 something on Tuesday, which will be a little bit cooler and should be a little bit better. That's what I'm a little bit more used to the last few days. But this like 95 is like 10 degrees warmer than it's been, and so it's like crazy. But guys, I also too, I told you guys in yesterday's, was it yesterday's vlog or 2 days ago's vlog, that I got that copper tone, or a couple days ago's vlog, the copper tone sport. But guys, I got this Australian Gold, what's it called, sunscreen, SPF 30, and so I ended up, and it says with instant bronzer, see, so that's what I was like more concerned about. But so they had like a spray on one. It was at Menards, part of their like, they have like a 2-week summer sale or something like that for I think $7.99 or something like that, and you got $3 back, plus I had a $1 rebate on one of my apps, so it was like only like I think under $5 or something like that, which was a really good price I thought for sunscreen. But I honestly always thought that it is like 30 per yeah, SPF 30, and I always thought that like Australian Gold, because my mom used to have a little bottle of like their tanning stuff or whatever, but I feel like since it has like the instant bronzer, maybe, I don't know, I'm interested in using it now, because I had looked at them and I was like, oh, I didn't know that that was actually sunscreen. I always thought, because I never actually looked at it, I always just thought like my mom, when I remember she had like a bottle of like tanner or something like that, or like the bronzer or whatever, and or maybe it was like a really low SPF sunscreen or something like that, but I always thought like it wasn't sunscreen. I always thought it was like something else, and so I was always really concerned. But I'm actually like starting, I told you guys, starting to work up a little bit of a tan right now, so I feel like that would be nice. But right now I'm using the copper tone stuff, but I'm like stocking up on my sunscreen, guys, too, because I've been really good so far this year. I told you guys, like, so far I got one little tiny blot of sunburn on my nose somehow, I don't know, even though I put sunscreen on, and then a little bit, tiny bit on my back, because the cut in my like tank top that I was wearing, I didn't realize that it was so much further back when I put the sunscreen on, so I kind of missed a spot back there. But overall, guys, I've not gotten really bad sunburn yet so far, and I've been outside like almost like, I'd say, you know, days when it's been really hot out, I've been outside like at least probably like 3 or 4 days out of every week the last like couple weeks, which is pretty good. So only 2 tiny little cases of sunburn I feel like is pretty good. I'd like to have gone for 0, guys, but as long as it's not like major sunburn, like I get sometimes if I completely forget to put sunscreen on or don't at all or whatever, it's like Jack got really bad. He went to a baseball game like for school, like part of the reading club or something like that, a couple days ago, and he got sunburned so bad all over his face, his arms. I think he was wearing like jeans that had like cuts in them or something like that, so he got sunburned through the like the slits in his jeans and stuff like that. Or he was wearing shorts and they got like, they was like from the shorts or something like that and got sunburned. He was like, he had really bad sunburn. And honestly, I remember going there in 6th grade to the same like baseball park, and for the same thing. It was like for a reading club or whatever, and ended up getting so sunburned. It was, I think, the worst sunburn I ever got. I remember being in class like the day or a couple days after, and I remember having to ask the teacher a couple times during class if I could go put like lotion on from my backpack, because my face was so horribly sunburned. It was ridiculous, and it was like peeling, and it was horrible. I think that's probably the worst sunburn that I've ever gotten in my entire life. And so ever since then, I've got like sunburn on my back, or like, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like working up the tan a little bit, like I've been doing, will hopefully help keep me from getting like burned too this summer, which would be really nice. So, you know, and making sure my sunscreen gets on every single day. So, I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all the recent shiny faces tomorrow. So, bye guys.